Hello, Z, welcome to this video recording, this video therapy section. I would like for you to give a consent on the for recording purposes, that you give me permission to record you.
Okay. I completely understand and I give consent for this section to be video and audio recorded and submitted to Fresno State University.
Thank you, Z. Welcome back.
Yeah.
It is good to see you today again. How have you been feeling since our last section?
Like I told you, I have been feeling pretty overwhelmed with school and work, and I have been having hard time staying motivated.
Okay. Today, we will continue to work on some of the skills we previously discussed. So we will be focusing on 3 areas today. Areas like identifying, challenging negative thoughts, planning meaningful activities, and working on any specific problems you might be facing today.
Okay.
It sounds good?
Yes.
So, first of all, we're going to deal with the cognitive segment of this therapy. Let's talk about some of the thoughts that we discussed last time. Can you share any recent situations where you noticed a negative thought popping up after the last time we met?
Okay, I had a negative thought again the other day. We had the exam and I got a bad grade. And what came to my mind was that I wasn't gonna be good enough to graduate.
So, thank you for sharing. Let's take a moment and examine that thought, okay? What evidence that supports this thought that you're having, or the challenges?
I don't really have any good evidence to support it because I've done well in my other assignments, and my professor even told me that I was capable of graduating. So maybe that thought wasn't totally true.
Exactly. That's what I really want you to get. So, how might we reframe this thought to make it more realistic or balance it up for you?
You know, when we took that exam, I had a lot of things going on. So maybe I did bad because I had a lot of setbacks during that period.
Okay. Exactly. You see? So, how might we reframe that thought to be more balanced to help you improve?
Okay, I'm thinking maybe instead of saying I'm not good enough, I could just say, oh, I didn't do well because I had a setback during that time, and I'm going to improve in the next exam.
Good. So, you see, we go into the next thing. So, you have just explained to me how you're going to do that. So now let's talk about some of the activities we are going to use to do this. So like the behavior activation segment of this therapy, okay? Like some of the behavior, some of the things that we're going to do to improve this. Think about things that you have enjoyed doing in the past, that gives you a sense of accomplishment, that you, if you can name 1 or 2 of it, or things that give you a sense of accomplishment and joy when you do it.
Okay. thank you again for seeing me today. The last time, the stuff you told me to be doing, it's been helping me a lot. So I really appreciate that. In terms of activities, I used to like to paint and take walks, but lately I haven't been doing those. I don't feel motivated doing any of it. So, no.
Great. That is great. So this week, I would like you to schedule at least one of these activities, okay?
Okay.
And how do you feel adding at least 10 to 30 minutes walk in your week?
I think I can do I think I can start with 10-minute walk, and then I will see how it goes, and then I can go up from there.
Oh, that is great. That is great. We can start with 10 minutes walk, and then we could also, move up with time. That's a great plan. So, I really finally, I also want to talk to you about problem solving based on what we discussed the last time. So this time I would like us to also talk about the problem solving segment of the therapy. Okay, so finally, is there any specific problem or stressor that has been bothering you lately?
I have been struggling to manage my time between school and my part-time job. It's kind of it's like 24 hours. It's not enough for me anymore.
Okay, let's break it down, and then first of all, let's identify the problem clearly. You are feeling overwhelmed in balancing your school and work schedule. So let's brainstorm some of the possible ways in which we could take care of this. What do you think is some of the possible ways we could do this?
No, I've thought about it before, but in terms of school, there's really nothing I can do with it. So my next option would be with the work. So maybe I can speak to my manager to see if there's any way they can adjust my work time.
Well, that sounds like a great idea. Okay, which one is most realistic? Is it with you? Is it to speak to your manager or your school?
I think speaking to my manager would be easier for me.
Okay, that's a good start. That sounds like a solid first step. So how will you implement this week?
I kind of feel nervous.
Okay.
But I think I can do it. When I go to work, I can talk to my manager about it.
Let's practice it. Let me just act like your manager today, and then you talk to me on how you're gonna do it.
Okay. Oh, hi, Tom.
Hi. Z.
Yeah. Please, there's something I really want to speak to you about. I
Oh.
don't know if you have time now to.
Yeah, I have time.
Okay.
Let's sit down and talk about it.
Okay. It's regarding my, I'm going to school full time and working here part time. And right now, I have a lot going on at school, and my grade is kind of not too good. So I was wondering if there's any way you can adjust my hours for me, and then when I finish this semester, maybe I will restart with my previous working hours.
Oh, congratulations! You're going to school. Huh? I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you see how easy. Okay, let's come back to the therapy. See how easy that is. So you can give it a try.
Okay.
So now, before we wrap up, here is a. I'm just going to give a quick summary of what we did. So today we challenge some negative thoughts. We plan on meaningful activities and walk through a problem-solving process. And here is the homework for the today's section. Okay. So these are the things you're going to do. First of all, we're going to keep the thought log. We're going to get a book and then write all the negative thoughts and practice how we're going to give an affirming thought to that negative thought. Okay. Then secondly, we are going to work for 10 minutes. Start working for 10 minutes at least for one in a week. Okay. Then we are also going to go to the manager, and then we're going to talk to our manager about this process that we just practiced on how to talk to him. And that is going to really help us, So if you follow the way we just talked about it, and then we talk to the manager, I think that will work.
Let me make sure I understood what I'm supposed to do.
Good.
Okay, so you want me to get a book and then write down when I have negative thought?
Yes.
I'll write it down?
Yes.
And then try to find something positive to
respond back.
To respond to that negative thought.
Exactly.
Okay. And then the second one is you want me to start taking walk?
Yes, at least a 10 minutes walk.
Okay. You said my goal is for 30, but I can start with 10?
Yes.
And then build up on that?
Yes.
Okay. And then the third one is when I go to work to talk to my manager, explain the situation to my manager.
Okay.
And then talk to him to see if he can adjust my hours for this semester, so that I can put more hours studying, and then after the semester I can go back, and then they can change my hours back to what it used to be. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. It sounds like you got it.
Okay.
It sounds like you got the whole thing. So, and I thank you for your openness today in this section.
Okay.
And do remember that you have me, you have my phone number, and you're free to call me anytime for any thought or any talk, okay? Discussion that you might have.
Okay. If I call on a day you're not here, is it okay to leave message with the office?
Yes, and it's okay to leave message with the office, and you also have my personal contact number.
I can call you on that one too?
My pager number, my pager.
Oh.
You can also page me on my number, and I'm always answer my pager whenever I have it.
Do you have specific time I can call or?
No, feel free to give me a call anytime you can.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So yeah. So thank you very much, and I will see you next section.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. See you next section.